So let's quickly go through the memory text. Revelations 19:9. Then he said to me, "Write, blessed are those who are called to the marriage supper of the Lamb." And he said to me, "These are the true sayings of God." From last week's lesson, what's the lamp representing? Lamp. What does the lamp represent? Oh, Bible scholars now. It was just last week. Microphone. The lamp. Something that is sacrificed. Yes. So the lamp represents who? Jesus Christ. Yes. So the marriage supper of the Lamb. So the Old and the New Testaments are comparing wife and a bride. What God is trying to teach us is that there's a marriage covenant and how he wants us to relate with him, even when people fall short. The truth is, if we understand a simple principle of marriage and what God has done with Jesus Christ and the church, then we will understand why in certain situations or certain things we need to walk right with God. So in a typical marriage, do we accept our partners for their faults? Do we accept their partners for their mistakes? Do we drive them away? We can fight now, right? But because you are committed to an end goal. Okay, so we're going to be looking at what marriage means in the Bible and how it's symbolic to how Jesus Christ relates to the church. We know the church is the bride, and everybody, we are representative of the church. For marriages that are being unfaithful, what are the typical examples we can see? And for marriages that the wives were very faithful, what are the typical examples we can see? And how it relates to our behavior. If you look at the literal story in the Bible, and we compare it to the prophecy of Revelations of the supper of when Jesus Christ is coming at the end of the year to, meet with the church. Right, so I'm going to try and make it very simple as possible. So we say marriage is a union of two people as one. So a marriage is 1 + 1 is equal to what? 1. So we say one flesh. Genesis 2:24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. When God created human beings and gave us marriage, the intention was they should be joined as one. So if you look at it in Revelation, that the Bible students need to understand that what God is driving when he says Jesus Christ is coming to the church is we're preparing for a marriage. In the end, we're going to be one. Our direction, everything we do should be one. When you look at the putting together of marriage, right? It is never perfect. But marriage was intended to be perfect. God made the woman out of the man in one flesh and said they should be one. They were not, in terms of physiology, they are not the same. So they are meant to come together. The institution of marriage is to make both parties perfect. Okay? So, but after sin, when we see the union between the perfect husband, Jesus Christ, and the imperfect wife is the church. Let's quickly look at Ephesians 5:31-32. So that we can see how it's interrelated. Please, who can read Ephesians 5:31-32?
For this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one.
Established by God at the foundation of human race. Unfortunately, sin had caused certain things. In fact,